Folks, I got a little story to tell you. A true story. Look at it. Hookster's Hardware here on Portage. Dutton Street. Used to be homes all along here. A lot of these folks worked over at Eckridge, just a block and a half behind me. Right down here was Jasper Street. We couldn't cross Jasper Street. That was our boundary. Again, homes all along here. Okay. This was Delyden's. They were an auto body, heavy truck mechanics, paint shop, and so forth right in here. All right. Homes right here. This is the back door to Delyden's. And here was the dirty creek. Of course, now it's been cleaned up. Used to be one of the polluted waterways here for the paper mills back in the day. You see it both sides, and it would flood. These homes that were built along here, their basements would flood. They'd have some water issues along here. Of course, this is all new. You'd never even know that there are homes all along here. Of course, the hospital wasn't here. These were homes. Okay? And of course, all along here too. Right up here is Walnut Street. We'll go just around the block, and I'll tell you what happened. We lived right up here, half a block away, underneath the medical center. It's built on our neighborhood. We heard all the sirens and everything heading over here. Again, there were homes all along here, both sides of the street. And we come out, got on our bicycles, my friends and I, we come riding down there to the dirty creek. There it is again. And a young man about 8 or 9 years old had slipped in. The banks were greasy, gray, sludgy. We'd go down there sometimes. We were stay away from it. We're banned from the dirty creek. And we'd go down and see what animals had slipped in. We could find dead animals along the banks here and there. Yeah, it was in the heat of the summer. It really smelled bad too. It was really bad. But they cleaned that all up. Well, the closing of the paper mills took care of that. And anyway, we'll go back past here again, going around the block. Doesn't look anything like it did back in the day. But we witnessed a young man. He'd slipped in there and he had drowned. He couldn't get back out. By the time anybody got there to help, it was too late. We watched the rescue unit right here. Of course, this bridge has been replaced since then. Okay, and we sat right there, and right here we watched the rescue unit pumping on that young man, and had a big rubber mask over his face with a big oxygen balloon attached to a hose and everything. Quite the apparatus back in the late 60s. But the little fella didn't make it. It's very sad. Every time I go by there, I think, I wonder how many people know that. It's just this part of a parking lot now and a little crossover. The people walk there, drive through there, have no idea of that day. It had affected all of us. All my little buddies, all about the same age, 7, 8, 9 years old. Yeah, we didn't know that boy. He lived on the other side of Jasper back there, and it was yep. couple of the older places that are still here, and a lot that aren't. Okay, we shall see you in the next one. Stay safe out there. Stay off from greasy, slippery riverbanks. Keep the kids away from the water. It's summertime, you know, swimming pools, movie stars, all that. You're not looking, you're not paying attention, and whoom, you can have a real heartache. Another closed party store. All right, we'll talk to you in the next one. Have a great day. Be fun, have fun out there. Say be fun, have fun out there. You don't have to be a joker about it, but you know. All right. Thanks again for watching.